Here's the thing. But here is where it comes down to. It comes down to one thing that I have always kind of just admired, to be honest with you, especially when it comes to gay men in particular, is that no matter what type of catty shit they've always got into with each other, they have always found a way to support each other in the end.
But that's
and
niggas.
that's why they are so powerful.
Right.
Yep.
That's why they're so powerful. And so I can't, at first I used to be like, man, that's some bullshit, you know, but I after a while I was like, I can't get mad at them.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they understand it.
They understand
and I know that, I mean, the stereotypical light of them is that they just work so very hard and, you know, they spend their money extravagantly and that type of thing. But there is a truth to the stereotype. And it's just mainly because they support each other. They still support each other. That's why we can't say gay slurs.
Right.
Well, that's why some things are even considered gay slurs. Me even talking about it, you know, if I say tranny, it still
that's
has the
offensive.
same connotation.
That is offensive. I'm like, what?
That's offensive. Yeah.
When the fuck did this happen?
And I remember I was watching this. I was watching he's become one of my favorite comedians, Andrew Schultz, and he had a joke about it. He's like, man, you know, what's wrong with the word tranny? You know, he said, you know, your grandmother, what do you call her? Granny. You know, so he went kind of going down the thing, and he's just like, transgender, tranny. You know,
But
he's
I feel
like, what's
like
the problem with
society
that?
is so sensitive now. You know what I'm saying? Because think about what our grandparents. What was the first word?
Mulfadice.
Yeah.
What the hell is a
What the fuck is that?
mulfadice?
Somebody with the same a vagina and a penis at the same time. Like,
Oh,
I
Well,
thought that was
it's
a-
really-
I
it's
thought it was
really-
a hermaphrodite.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
That's
That's
what
where
they
it comes from.
Right.
That's where it
But
comes
they would
from.
call it a mulfadice.
They call it a Mulfadice because they were just trying to explain to
crazy.
men who were drag queens and that type of thing.
They
So
didn't know
that's
how to-
you just call them
'cause They didn't
Mulfadice.
have all of the the categories that they
They
have
got
now.
a fuck ton of
so-
categories.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And I'm confused. God damn it.
But that's what like I said earlier, is like the people who worked their way to the top, who was always sensitive, and now they get to set the rules, are fucking sensitive.
Well,
Like,
no, I think there's a and I hate to reference Boosie. Boosie.
Man,
Yeah,
Boosie a
Boosie
funny
bad.
nigga, boy.
He had a point. He had a point. He was like, man, he just believed that there is a profit motive for being gay now.
Oh, it is.
There's
That's
a
why
profit.
I don't
So
think Lil Nas actually
therefore, you don't mess with the church's money.
yeah.
It's a big church.
You know, nah. He went off into the other stuff that I was like, bro, you can't.
It's
you can't
bullshit. What
just-
you
you
expect?
can't-
He's going to do that.
You know, yeah,
boy.
he going off on that. But I said, you have a point there because that's the truth that draws you in. There's a profit motive for it, and at the end of the day, like I said, I think it wasn't even the LGBT community that got on the baby. It was Elton John.
Right.
Elton John
he
said
represents.
that's disrespectful, that type of thing. And so, and then on top of that, the baby put his foot in his mouth talking about who was Elton John. So, it's like, who are you? I think it's just, once we understand that how much money goes into this profit motive of not necessarily, not just being gay, because I have a theory that, to be honest with you, I don't believe Lil Nas X is gay.
I've been saying that. I don't think Lil Nas is
He
gay.
was so like he was bi
Yeah.
when he first started, from my understanding.
Yeah.
And now
That was his
So
claim,
I was
and
out.
I don't want
I
to take
don't know.
anything away from him, but for me, it's like, okay. But for me, it's like, are you living in your truth? Or was this just a grand opportunity for you to gain a new level of fanship? That type of thing, new level of audience. Because when he did that video a couple of months ago
He seduced the devil?
Yeah, it was talking about the devil, and he kills the devil and he becomes
he pissed
the devil.
off a lot of Christians.
Yes, Lord. Yes, he did.
The Christians
The
were not
purpose,
happy.
and that's I think was the sole purpose. I think that was the sole
Mm-hmm.
purpose of him doing that, because he wanted to just like literally create that,
But it
that
was,
shit.
I mean, it's just like when we were just talking about politics not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Politicians, the one that's on the forefront is not the one who's actually making the decisions.
Right.
So he's just the face.
Right.
He's just,
Somebody-
it's
somebody
that
puppet.
team behind
That
him
boy
that
views
saw
went up
money.
real quick.
Yeah, they saw an opportunity and
bread,
we
B.
gon'
His views went
this
up
bread,
real
B.
quick.
Stevie J with it.
Yeah, and I really feel like that's what happened. He's just
I don't know.
I'm telling you, it's the people who were saying to themselves, you know what, why I get in position, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna change that. It's like, for example, when Drake was battling Pusha T, and he started talking about, nah, man, this is how battle rap's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be disrespectful. It's not supposed to be this. You can't say, it's like, nigga, on URL, these niggas be putting out paperwork on niggas' daddies being rats.
yeah.
So who are you to come up here and say that, using your influence as you're the hot rapper to come down here and tell everybody how it's supposed to go? No, you're not supposed to do that. It's like, you're not about to see Mayweather, I'm going to say Mayweather, a person who's high up in boxing, go to the trenches and tell them, what y'all doing is wrong. Nah, what we doing is wrong is creating hunger with us, is getting us to the point where you're at, and then we going to pass you up.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And that's my thing with, I feel like a lot of people up top who are the new people in power are sensitive.
Yeah.
And they you can tell they've been ridiculed and bullied, and they feel like once I get this power, I'm going to make a change. Not to change it to everybody benefit, but I'm going to change it for me so you can feel my pain.
Mm-hmm.